Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, you saw the thumbnail right. The USA, specifically ICE, is creating a prison surrounded by alligators. Literally thousands upon thousands of alligators. An alligator Alcatraz, you could call it, I guess. We're going to go ahead and watch this video by Decoy voice on the topic. The link will be in the description down below, so please go and check it out. Let's get into it. As President Trump has ICE conducting raids across the country, Florida is building what they call Alligator Alcatraz to expedite deportations. Is this too far, question mark, or what Americans actually want? I'll just go ahead and say it. It sounds really badass. Sounds like a movie in the future, in the making. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just a movie where you're stuck in a prison surrounded by thousands of alligators. How many alligators? Hundreds of thousands? How many alligators are in Florida? Millions? I don't know. Let's find out, guys. Let's find out. Again, link to the video will be in the description down below.
Alligator Alcatraz is not something we expected, but something that was oddly necessary, as the feds continue to
oddly necessary
ramp up arrests all across the country. And no matter how many dance protests or hotels that they heckle in the evening,
dance protests?
And no matter how many,
they're like in a conga line. That's wild. By the way, I will also link an X account, a Twitter account, where he goes through, and I might have to react to this video eventually, but he goes through and he showcases a lot of these paid for protesters. There's actually quite a bit of them, and he completely documents it and everything. I think even like Donald Trump like retweeted him at one point. It's kind of wild.
Dance protests or hotels that they heckle in the evening, these raids are emptying out entire work sites and even the places they go to shop. Not only what they need for work, but anywhere normally busy is now empty. Now, wow. I've heard estimates of about 1 million undocumented individuals in LA, but I honestly think it could easily be double that.
Oh, there's way more than 1 million illegal aliens, way more.
And if you extrapolate that across the country, we're talking 10 million people to deport. So if Trump wants to even hit Obama...
Fact check, U.S. deported more than 3 million people during Obama presidency. Most did not have chances to plead cases in court. Oh yeah, Obama was super big on deportations of illegals. Actually, if you go back before Trump, nearly every single Democrat was for deportations of illegals, because what they did is they said that the Republicans wanted these illegals in to take all these like cheap labor jobs. But now since, you know, Orange Man bad, the Democrats are using this as a, I don't know, way to get back at Trump. I don't know. It's weird. It's so weird how these political parties in the U.S. are constantly flip-flopping with each other. It's annoying.
Levels of removals, he's going to need Alligator Alcatraz.
Attorney General James Uthmeyer here. This is an old, virtually abandoned airport facility right in the middle of the Everglades. 30 square mile area is completely surrounded by the Everglades. Presents a efficient, low-cost opportunity to build a temporary detention facility because you don't need to invest that much in the perimeter. People get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. Nowhere to go.
Alligators and pythons was what's waiting for them.
Nowhere to hide.
And it's not just that it's surrounded by alligator guards. They want this site to utilize the pre-existing runway.
It was chosen because it already has an airstrip. The proposal includes flying people directly out from here.
You know what? Yeah. You get the flights directly to there, then the flights directly out.
For deportation.
As the Florida National Guard will play a key role in operation. They have offered military attorneys to be trained as immigration judges to expedite the legal process. The proposal is designed to detain and hold people for weeks or even months during the immigration process. And Uthmeyer says this can be a low-cost site due to the natural terrain surrounding it.
And as the Supreme Court recently decreed, Trump doesn't even need to send them home. He can send them to any third party.
Really? The application for stay, hold on. Let me read this. The application for a stay presented to Justice Jackson and by her referred to the court as granted the April 18th, 2025 preliminary injunction of the United States District Court, yada, 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 yada. It stayed pending the deposition of appeal in the United States, yada, yada, yada. In matter of life and death, it is best to proceed with caution. In this case, the government took the opposite approach. It wrongfully deported one plaintiff to Guatemala, even though the immigration judge found he was likely to face torture there. Then, in clear violation, the court order deported 6 more to South Sudan, a nation the State Department considers too unsafe for all but its most critical personnel. Rather than allowing the court... Well, this isn't the full thing, clearly.
Country. Now, this all sounds...
We got to find that. Hold up. Yeah, because that was just her opinion piece. The opinion of a singular judge there. So I would like to clarify the exact document, which maybe is this here. Motion for order clarifying this court's June 23rd order granting a stay of the injunction issued by United States District Court for the District of Massachusetts and request for immediate administrative stay of the district court's parties to the proceeding. Applicant are the U.S. Home, yada, yada, yada. Motion to address the district court unprecedented defiance court's authority. Oh, this is long. This is very long. I went ahead and had Grok give me a summary here. In June 2025, the U.S. Supreme Court issued a 6-3 order allowing the Trump administration to deport certain immigrants to third countries other than their homeland, without prior notice or extensive due process, overturning a lower court injunction. The ruling part of the court's emergency docket was unsigned and provided no detailed reasoning. It is centered on the administration's efforts to remove immigrants, particularly those deemed criminals. This should say remove illegal aliens, not immigrants. To nations like South Sudan or El Salvador, which have agreed to accept them. The decision enables the Department of Homeland Security to use expedited removal process. Okay, well, there it is. Well, there it is.
Need to send them home, he can send them to any third-party country. Now, this all sounds incredibly extreme, where they no longer just face deportation, they're actually going to risk alligator attacks as they get sent to the South Sudan. And I understand this is just to expedite the process, but I honestly think it's more about convincing everybody else to self-deport.
So no options off the table.
True.
Meaning ICE agents could go to any place, whether it be a place of business, a place of worship, wherever.
If we believe that there is a violent, criminal, illegal alien there, we will go there.
What would you tell those?
And that's the thing. They're going after illegal aliens that are criminals with criminal records.
Who are not violent, illegal, criminal aliens?
I'm so glad you asked this, because the best, safest option for them is to take advantage of the CBP Home app. We are offering those in this country illegally $1,000 and a free flight to head home and then potentially come back the legal right way.
So if you're...
That's what should be done. They should come over illegally, the correct way. Also, $1,000. I mean, depending on where you're from, that's spreads pretty far.
in violation of our laws, you can either get $1,000, a plane ride home, and the opportunity to re-enter the right way. Otherwise, you might get a ride to some random country where you don't even speak the language. And the craziest part about all of this is, despite what you see with these massive protests in deep blue cities, this is exactly what American citizens want.
Voters favoring the government trying to deport all 11 million of them. The
56%.
American people have come a long way on this issue, much closer to Donald Trump, and I think that's a big part of the reason why Americans are increasingly saying the country is on the right track when it comes to immigration policy, and why Donald Trump's net approval rating on that issue is in the positive.
And after months of arrests, this is even what immigrants want.
Immigrant citizens, immigrant voters, foreign-born voters have gone tremendously to the right on this issue in 2024 and 2025 versus where they were in 2020.
So at this point in time, no matter how much they cry, Alligator Alcatraz seems to be what the American people want. So if the Democrats proceed to shriek and cry over this facility, you know who they represent. But if you appreciate my insight,
Link to the video is in the description down below, guys. Interesting. Alligator Alcatraz. How many alligators are in Florida? 1.25 million. So potentially tens of thousands, maybe even, potentially tens of thousands of alligators around Alligator Alcatraz. Okay. Let's read some of the comments, shall we? That's why we call it Gatored Community. Brother, come on. Even the alligators are getting jobs now. The country is healing. The name Alligator Alcatraz is enough for me to support this. 30,000 illegals, not 11,000. Oh, 30 million illegals, not 11 million. I migrated here in the early 90s with my parents. We were sponsored by a hospital because my mother was in the medical field. I went through the grueling process of getting work permits that took years to get, meanwhile having to be dependent upon my parents till I could work. I eventually got my work permit, began working, and then in 2008 I got my dual citizenship. These people that are coming across illegally, making it even harder for the hardworking legal immigrants to get their proper documentation, is atrocious. I'm 100% in favor of Donald Trump. Stay arresting business owners who hire them. Oh, start arresting. Yeah, that's who they should be going after, is the business owners that are illegally exploiting this cheap labor. Start arresting business owners who hire them. I didn't vote for this. I wanted T-Rexes. I'm so tired of hearing 11 million, the exact number they have been quoting since the 90s. We're talking about 30 to 50 million, and they all need to go. The Alligator Union agreed to food as wages. Escape from Alligator Alcatraz better not be a missed opportunity for a hit 2026 summer blockbuster. That's what I thought. Brother, that's what I said. It's like a movie. Okay. All right. I mean, I think we get the alligators are true Americans. I think we get the idea of the comments here. And okay, so my opinion on the whole thing. As long as they're deporting the criminal illegal aliens, I'm 100% for it, because that's what every other administration, every other previous president did, especially the Democrats. It was even higher under the Democrats. And there are receipts. You can go and you can see the receipts of the people that they're deporting. So it's not like, it's like a shady thing. You can go and get every single bit of information of every single person that that ICE is deporting. I am for legal immigration. I think illegal aliens are a burden for taxpayers and a burden on the system. And they should strive to come in legally. When they come in legally, we at least know that they want to work, that they're willing to have allegiance to the country, for one, and that they want to be an American. When they're coming over illegally, we don't know anything about them. We can't vet them. We don't know, their past, their history. We don't even know their names, their date of births, their criminal records, nothing like that. I don't know, man. We'll see. But like I said, I voted for Obama both times, and Obama deported the most illegal aliens in presidential history. So, all right, guys. Link to the video is going to be in the description down below. Please go and check it out. I'll catch you on the next one, yeah? Take care. Goodbye.